Hello everyone, welcome back to Huawei EcoConnect Europe 2021. My name is Marit van Bohemen and I'm the moderator of today's event. From yesterday's keynotes we got an insight into the digital and green transition in Europe. And today we would like to continue exploring the solutions and innovations to share how to deliver value to customers and partners and support Europe's digital strategy. Digital infrastructure nowadays is playing a more important role than ever. As a global leading provider of ICT infrastructure, Huawei has never stopped the pursuit of breakthroughs and innovation. I'd like to introduce Mr. David Wang, Executive Director of the Board and Chairman of ICT Infrastructure Managing Board from Huawei.
Good morning, everyone. This past year has been challenging for us all, but the challenges have also indirectly accelerated digitalization across Europe. As a global leading provider of ICT infrastructure, Huawei has never stopped our pursuit of breakthroughs and innovation. Today, I'm honored to be here to share how Huawei's innovation delivers value to customers and partners in Europe and supports Europe's digital strategy. 1 month ago, Huawei released our Intelligent World 2030 report. This report looks at digital infrastructure and smart devices through the lens of both the qualitative assessment and quantitative projection. With this report, we want to help industries seek new opportunities and jointly create value with Huawei. By 2030, we have sustainable green diets, more livable cities, and a better quality of life. Vehicle will become a mobile third space, and more people will enter the metaverse. Digital infrastructure is the key to this intelligent world. We forecast that by 2030, the global connection will top 200 billion, making a fully connected world a reality. Monthly data per cellular user, general computing volume will spike, and data generated will reach 1 yottabyte for the first time. In agricultural societies, in industrial societies, and now in the intelligent society, infrastructure has been vital to every stage of human development. Europe was the birthplace of the Industrial Revolution and has been a leader in industrial society. And now, Europe is leading the way to embrace the intelligent world. The EU has pledged itself to the digital decade by setting clear goals in areas such as sustainable digital infrastructure, digital business transformation, digitalized public services, digital training for all, and carbon neutrality. By 2030, 75% of the enterprises on this continent will be using cloud, AI, and big data, while gigabit services will be available to all. So I believe the coming decade will be a critical decade for Europe to build solid digital infrastructure. Driven by both the customer value and our corporate vision, Huawei is dedicated to ongoing innovation on digital infrastructure. In terms of value, customer and market demand is what drives us forward. Europe is now diving into digital, and we expect it will bring 3 big changes. First, the digital transformation will become central to office work. Second, production will go fully digital. Operational technology will become a core asset of the digital transformation, while industry know-how will become the core competence. Third, digital technologies will benefit more enterprises. Under Europe's digital decade strategy, more than 90% of the European SMEs are also expected to reach at least a basic level of the digital intensity. All these changes are inseparable from non-stop innovation in digital infrastructure. At the same time, Huawei's vision drives us to continuously innovate in the digital infrastructure. Next, I would like to speak about Huawei's innovation advanced on hardware, cloud services, and AI, and software ecosystems. First, let me talk about Huawei's innovations in hardware. Ever since Huawei entered the European market over a decade ago, we have worked hard to provide innovative products and solutions to help Europe build high-quality information networks and improve user experience. For example, we have used European standards as a benchmark to lead the development of the ICT industry. Single RAN, one of our innovative flagship products, was a direct result of the close cooperation with the European partners. This product supported the development of the mobile broadband in Europe. In 2016, Huawei also established its first open lab in Munich. This further strengthened our joint innovation with the European customers and partners in product verification, system interconnection, and other scenarios. At this year's Huawei Connect, we also unveiled the 7 innovative solutions to help industry go digital. These include our latest Wi-Fi 6 product, optical sensors, deterministic IP products, and storage and computing solutions. These innovations were all designed with our customer in mind, including those in Europe. We hope that will help the EU implement its digital transformation strategy and accelerate digitalization. On that note, let's talk about cloud services. Over the years, Huawei Cloud has brought together more than 2.3 million developers, 6,000 technical partners, and 4,500 products to the cloud market. Huawei Cloud and public partner clouds are already being used to serve over 170 countries across the 27 regions. In 2020, Gartner also named Huawei the fastest growing mainstream IaaS vendor, making it one of the world's top 5 cloud service providers. Huawei Cloud aspires to dive into digital and offer everything as a service. Our infrastructure as a service offering continues to expand our global data centers and networks, and connect the global with a seamless media experience. We also share the benefits of our intense R&D investment through technology as a service offerings. In 2021, Huawei's total R&D spending will top the $20 billion, and we will continue to convert these technologies into a wide area of the cloud services. These API services include cloud-native container cluster scheduling, AI computing framework, and algorithms, and autonomous driving. Third, we offer expertise as a service. Together with our partners, Huawei translates digital transformation best practices from a wide area of industry into the digital assets available on Huawei Cloud. These efforts to build industry application and process platform will bring digital directly to industry customers. We are also making great strides in AI. In October 2018, Huawei launched its full-stack, all-scenario AI portfolio. So far, more than 600 AI solutions have been developed by our 500-plus partners on Ascent, driving intelligent industry upgrade. Manifold has been downloaded more than 600,000 times, making it the most vibrant AI community in China. More recently, we have also launched multiple Pangu large models to extend AI application to more industry production scenarios. Thanks to this large pre-trained model, developers don't have to start from scratch when developing their own scenario-specific AI. This shortens development cycles from months to days. More importantly, target training based on the large models greatly improved the model performance and AI usability. However, we must remember that AI also raised many new challenges in terms of technology ethics and governance. Huawei recognized this challenge. So, to ensure our AI technologies are designed to benefit all, we have developed a clear AI business intention and a foundational AI governance principles that guide our research, planning, deployment, and adoption of AI. Now let's discuss the sustainable development and the global effort to fund sources of truly clean energy. Europe's own Green Deals focuses on twin transitions that must occur in this area: digitalization and green development. Huawei remains committed to digital technology innovation and helping customers develop while reducing carbon emissions. First, we invest in new energy-saving technologies and continuously increase the power efficiency of our ICT products. Second, we are working to converge the power electronics and digital technologies and create truly clean energy to drive the digitalization of the traditional energy. Third, we aim to bring digital to each and every industry and support their own journey towards the low-carbon development. Huawei Digital Power uses digital technologies to manage power electronics equipment and works to provide safe, efficient, green, and intelligent solutions for 5 major areas: clean power generation, energy digitalization, transportation electrification, green ICT infrastructure, and integrated smart energy. It also aims to build widely adopted enabling platform for embedded power, intelligent power distribution, and energy storage. Its novel products and solutions will support the implementation of the European Green Deal and Europe's Fit for 55 target. Communication, information, and industrial technologies are converging on all fronts, and diversified computing is rapidly becoming more available. The whole industry will soon need a shared, open source, and jointly constructed ecosystem to meet its advancement. This ecosystem must be further developed and refined. As such, we have worked hard on creating open source operating systems, compiling languages, a database, and AI frameworks to the software developers. By working hand in hand with European customers, partners, developers, and open source organizations, we want to build a thriving software ecosystem. We would like to help Europe roll out secure, reliable, sustainable, and independent infrastructure. Each and every R&D employee at Huawei lives and breathes innovation. No matter what comes our way, innovation will remain constant. Innovations at Huawei, at its core, drive industry development and creates value for customers and the entire value chain. We will remain committed to innovation and hold the lead in digital infrastructure. Europe continues to be the beacon for the principles of openness, co-creation, and sharing. We eagerly look to share value with our customers and partners in this environment. Huawei is in Europe, for Europe. Together, let's march ahead towards the Intelligent World 2030.
Thank you, Mr. David Wang, to help us pave the way to an intelligent world in 2030. Huawei will collaborate with customers and partners, remain committed to innovation and hold the lead in digital infrastructure. Today we would like to bring some innovative products and solutions to enable the enterprise to build robust, resilient infrastructure. Let's welcome Mr. Christophe Battiard, Director of Huawei Western Europe Data Center Network, and Mr. Sascha Oehl, Director of IT Solution Sales, Huawei Deutschland.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm Chris and I'm the Western Europe Network Deputy Director in Huawei EBG. I'm very happy to be your host in this keynote today, where I'll present to you our digital infrastructure product. This is the Huawei digital infrastructure, which has been introduced by Mr. David Wang. Huawei's digital infrastructure includes connectivity, sensing, storage, computing, and cloud, as well as foundational technologies and software ecosystems. Based on the digital infrastructure, Huawei provides a wide range of products and solutions to meet different requirements of customers and partners. Some of them have been world-leading, such as all-flash storage, campus, Wi-Fi, switch, router, optical transmission, optical access, etc. Huawei continues to innovate and create value for customers and partners. Today, my colleague Sasha and I will introduce Huawei new products and solutions. Wi-Fi has been integrated into people's lives and is closely related to everyone. Some attentive friends connect to Wi-Fi in some places and find a 6 on their phone's Wi-Fi symbol. Yes, that is Wi-Fi 6 is about to become mainstream. But today I'm going to bring you a new Wi-Fi 6E product. That's the difference between Wi-Fi 6 and Wi-Fi 6E. In short, E means extend. Wi-Fi 6 supports 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz frequency band, whereas Wi-Fi 6E supports 2.4, 5, and 6 GHz frequency band. What does it mean? It means more non-overlapping channels, cleaner spectrum, lower transmission, latency, and higher performance terminals. In short, it's more bandwidth throughput and more performance. Air Engine 6861, the latest Wi-Fi E product, is the industry's most powerful performance, not only features with multi-band advantage, but also benefits from breakthrough in link algorithm, such as multimedia intelligence scheduling, AI roaming, and smart antennas. These features enables ubiquitous gigabyte ultra-low latency of 10 milliseconds and ubiquitous connections in digital conference rooms, building an all-gigabyte and all-wireless office network centered on user experience. Now, let's take a look at this cutting-edge innovative algorithm. First, in typical enterprise wireless LAN system, it is difficult to cope with the impact of heavy traffic background services on latency-sensitive services such as audio and video. In this case, administrators often limit the bandwidth of such background service to protect key services through the static configuration. However, this method leads to a great waste of network resources due to the burst of throughput. To change this, Huawei develops intelligent multimedia scheduling technology which adopts a concept similar to flexible network slicing. It can analyze KPIs in real time based on the application identification results. When the quality of the services is poor, the system dynamically suppresses greedy services with heavy traffic to ensure multimedia services experience. When the user experience is good, the network speed is not limited at all, and the network bandwidth is fully utilized. According to statistics, the average latency for audio and video services is lowered by 66%. Second, in traditional roaming system, usually one single set of roaming strategy and parameters are applied to all terminals, which ignores the characteristic difference of various terminals. In this case, Huawei introduces the AI roaming as a way out. It identifies and records terminal models and OS versions based on packet-level characteristics, but respecting users' privacy. Then, number of roaming guidance samples are fed and reinforcement learning core and the best guidance conditions and parameters, leading to high success transition rates are obtained to form terminal roaming profiles. With this AI roaming algorithm, the link speed of roaming increases by 30% and the roaming success rate improved by 70%. Last, Huawei latest APs have a built-in dynamic zoom smart antenna that support both high-density and omnidirectional coverage modes. Its beams can be dynamically adjusted for flexible control of the coverage area. Specifically, the omnidirectional mode meets the requirement of remote users for edge coverage. Anti-interference mode, we developed multiple patented technology to achieve an effect similar to the lamp cover. And the electronic wave energy destined for the remote end is suppressed greatly without decreasing the signal strength with the coverage area of the AP. In this way, the signal-to-noise ratio of our interface in intra-frequency networking increases by 6 to 7 dB, which improves the performance by more than 20%. With all gigabit, all wireless and high-performance Wi-Fi, we can do many things, such as wireless office, AGV, electronic shelf label, and e-classroom to help customers provide efficient, intelligent, and collaborative working experience. I will introduce to you the industry's best performing IP network solution for cross-region compute scheduling. This solution combines our best cloud engine switches in data centers and net engine routers for wide area networks. In data centers, the intelligent and lossless algorithm 2.0 can network up to 270,000 servers. This is 4 times the industry average. It also guarantees zero packet loss and reduces latency by 25%. The computing efficiency of Huawei IP network is even 93 higher than the leading competitor over the same number of servers. On wide area networks, the intelligent cloud graph algorithm intelligently routes by cloud service type, and cloud network resources factor, improving transmission efficiency by 30%. This solution optimizes scheduling throughput, compute, generation, and transmission. Simply put, they minimize packet loss and maximize computing performance. This solution can be applied to cross-region computing and many more scenarios. How do algorithms boost networks so much? Let's take a deeper look. To ensure the zero packet loss, we have created a way to manage the queue dynamically in the equipment with a specific chip, allowing the packet priority to be set in real time, ensuring zero packet loss. Next, let's look at the intelligent cloud graph algorithm. It is difficult for an enterprise to select the path with the lowest latency and choose the cloud with the optimal computing power at the same time. According to Huawei's survey, cloud pool resources utilization in some IDC is higher than 90%, while others is only 25%. Huawei's intelligent cloud graph algorithm considers both cloud factors and network factors during cloud path computation, greatly improving the resource utilization of cloud pools and network resources. As a result, after Huawei's intelligent cloud graph algorithm is used in the customer's overall network, and cloud pool utilization is improved by 30%. Based on algorithm innovation, Huawei can better implement intelligent scheduling of large-scale computing resources. Currently, these changes and application requirements have emerged in many fields. For example, data centers of large enterprise ranging from local processing to centralized data centers to distributed data centers require large-scale computing resources scheduling to meet the computing resources requirement of various branches. Another example is that more and more enterprises choose to migrate their service to the cloud. For small and medium-sized enterprise, it is costly to invest in their own data centers, and their preferred choice is to obtain computing resource from cloud service providers. Therefore, cloud service vendors need a cloud-based network to connect enterprise and cloud service providers. It helps good service providers provide computing resources and helps small and medium-sized enterprise to obtain computing resource efficiently and flexibly. In addition, high-performance computing scenarios have similar requirements. More and more scientific research, geological exploration, and movie rendering require high-performance computing. The supercomputing centers needs to consider how to flexibly schedule and allocate computing resources on a large scale to meet social development requirements. We bring you the industry's first deterministic IP network solution. Uncertainty makes us anxious. Network uncertainty similarly impacts the digitalization of manufacturing. I doubt anyone here lacks uncertainty, right? So, how do we remove uncertainty in data transmission networks? The IP industry has spent 40 years trying to answer this question. Today, Huawei has an answer: the first industry deterministic IP network solution. Jitter is the root cause of network uncertainty. It's like traffic jams that makes it impossible to predict when the next bus will arrive. Through IP system engineering and algorithm innovation, Huawei has not only managed to minimize network jitter, we've also achieved large-scale ultra-long-distance networking. In our live network stress test, we've managed to keep jitter within 30 microseconds on a 2,000 kilometers network with multi-hop IP nodes. The latency of each node was down to microseconds. These kinds of results have never been seen before. This solution ensures deterministic latency and enables large-scale networking for traditional industrial network. The solution also allows precise remote control of production devices, making lights-out digital factories a reality. So how exactly did we achieve this innovation? By using cycling scheduling with packet cycle labels. DIP can precisely control the timing of each packet forwarding with a deterministic time cycle, so that the latency and jitter can be controlled within microseconds. It is just like a high-speed train. Each train arrival or departure is scheduled, so passengers can arrive on time at their destination at a deterministic time. A unique technology behind deterministic IP is an adaptive cycle mapping algorithm and protocol. This makes flow states only maintained at network edge nodes and carried in packets while the core nodes are stateless. So the networks are not only deterministic but also massively scalable. This technology has been implemented in our campus switches and in our routers to create an end-to-end deterministic IP network. So now let's talk about the benefits of the deterministic IP networks and some use cases. Production and manufacturing enterprises tend to have one headquarters and multiple bases. Many production bases and factories may be built in places with low labor costs, therefore closed-built PSC can be used to centrally manage and schedule production devices in various bases and factories. 1. It will greatly reduce the construction cost of the base and plant. 2. Various factories can implement upstream and downstream collaboration and unified scheduling to achieve flexible and intelligent production. 3. Through remote control, some harsh on-site operations can be improved, the working environment of workers can be improved, life safety can be ensured, and efficiency can be improved also. Now let's talk about hybrid OTN. But what is hybrid OTN? If we want to achieve carbon neutrality, power grids need digital and intelligent transformation. And power grid digitalization needs 100% reliable communications network. Currently, in digital grid construction, we have OTN solution for power transmission, but none specifically for distribution for end-to-end reliability. So, we've created something truly groundbreaking to solve this issue, hybrid OTN. Hybrid OTN redefines the product architectures, breaks down technical barriers between OTN and PON, and realizes the in-depth convergence of the two optical technologies for the first time in the industry, saving 30% space, doubling O&M efficiency, and reducing TCO by 30%. It also provides key values such as end-to-end reliability, ultra-low latency, and simplified O&M. With more than 30 years of technical experience in the optical field and considering the advantages of both OTN and PON technologies, as well as of Layer 1's first-time division multiplexing, Huawei has developed an OTN extension in which new sub-100 GB OTN service signals can be carried over point-to-point optical transport networks and point to multiple passive optical access networks. Layer 1 services with uncontested and guaranteed bandwidth and fixed low latency, supporting bit rates in the range of 2 megabytes to 100 gigabytes, will now be available everywhere. Firstly, we put forward next-generation hot pipe technology, technically known as Optical Service Unit or USUs. Each USU link resource is divided in about 400 times slides per gigabyte per link bandwidth, which was more of them allocated to different services in order to physically isolate the services. In this way, congestion and packet loss issues caused by communication resource preemption can be avoided. Now, the reliability of mission-critical services can reach 5 nines or 99.999%, resulting in a service downtime that does not exceed 5 minutes over an entire year. Simply, we have invented a new product form which is named Hybrid OTN or HOTN. It integrates the functions of OLT and OTN equipment into a single equipment together with USU pass-through. This ensures that protocols conversion is not needed during service transmission between access and transport networks, reducing latency. The hybrid OTN network solution supports the development of private lines for ISPs, especially for high-value building private lines. PON fiber resources are used to access building, and the USU hard part technology is used to provide end-to-end hard isolation and ultra-low latency, high-quality private lines. Power grid digitalization will benefit massively from end-to-end reliability, ultra-low latency, and simplified O&M. Hybrid OTN is perfect for more than just digital power grids. Any digitalized industry that depends on high reliability networks like transportation will see clear value in hybrid OTN. So now let's talk about optical sensing. As many of you know, optical fiber networks are critical to the information society. Huawei has long been committed to research and technological innovation in the optical industry. We have achieved great things through optical communications. Now we are applying highly reliable optical technologies to fiber sensing and create more value for industry digital transformation. Relay scattering refers to the scattering of light particles in a medium without change in the wavelengths. When this process occurs high in the Earth's atmosphere, it is responsible for giving the sky its distinct blue color. Optical fiber sensing utilizes the relay scattering principles to overcome specific challenges. The technical difficulties behind optical fiber sensing involve signals becoming attenuated and weak due to the relay scattering, which occurs following optical fibers transmission of a dozen of kilometers. Extracting useful signals in this scenario is as difficult as identifying the buzz of a mosquito from 10 kilometers away. Based on more than 20 years of technical experience in optical communication, we have introduced coherent demodulation technology to optical fiber sensing for the first time, and use dedicated ODSP modules to achieve an effective signal collection rate over 99.9%. This technique successfully overcomes the technical difficulties that have plagued the industry for more than a decade. In addition, we have introduced the latest AI research results from Huawei 2012 labs to oil and gas pipeline scenarios and developed a vibration pattern analysis engine, boosting the event identification accuracy from the industry average 80 to 97%. This improvement is critical to oil and gas pipeline scenarios, as it reduces unnecessary working period caused by false positive from once per day to once per month. Moreover, as data accumulates, the vibration pattern analysis engine becomes smarter and achieves even higher identification accuracy. Consequently, our optical fiber sensing can not only detect vibration that occur dozens of kilometers away, but also accurately determine the causes of such vibration. For example, excavators, heavy trucks, and even flocks of a ship. This product is ideal for managing oil and gas pipelines. It can make inspection more efficient, make unmanned intelligent inspection possible, and help the industry go digital. We are also working on a series of products for other domains like railway, airport, and electricity perimeter protection. As a use case, Pipe China cooperates with Huawei for OpticSense to build an intelligent optical fiber sensing system to accelerate the digitalization of oil and gas pipelines. Let me invite my colleague, Sascha Huell, Director of IT Solution Sales in Huawei Deutschland. He will introduce to you the storage new product. Welcome, Sascha.
Thanks, Christoph. I will introduce the new products of Storage Now. Today, I'd like to introduce the next generation of data protection products. The Ocean Protect X8000 and X9000 backup storage and the Ocean Protect A8000 backup appliance. The Ocean Protect backup storage is a smart choice for centralized backup scenarios where the backup storage system is interconnected with backup software on the live network. Likewise, the Ocean Protect appliance provides all-in-one backup that integrates backup software, servers and storage. Let's talk about performance first. As enterprises undergo digital transformation, they face the challenge of backing up increasing data volumes. In response, backup efficiency must be increased. Ocean Protect uses a distributed parallel architecture across multiple nodes to implement multi-stream parallel processing of backup tasks and elastically expand backup performance. In addition, we add on the front end and the back end acceleration design. The innovative distributed parallel architecture accelerates backup performance with a maximum bandwidth of 155 terabytes per hour, which is 3 times higher than the industry benchmark. Now, let's look into the data reduction. We have talked about rapid backup of mass data. How can we control the cost of data protection? Backup data consists of multiple similar copies and needs to be retained for a long time. Algorithms are crucial for efficiency. Huawei continuously innovates data reductions algorithms such as feature-based associated block compression, byte-level compression and adaptive dedupe based on multi-layer fragmentation. These key technologies keep our data reduction capabilities at the forefront of the industry, achieving a data reduction ratio of up to 72:1. How about the management? The increased scale and complexity of data protection brings challenges in management, especially for efficiency and simplicity. To address these issues, Huawei creates a simplified customer experience through technical innovations. We make enterprise applications automatically discoverable to simplify backup. Then, the unified protection strategy replaces the original processes of setting up backup, replication and archiving strategies and improve the configuration efficiency by 50%. Now we're seeing a rapid move in primary storage from mechanical hard drives to flash drives. However, while primary storage has already moved to flash, the whole storage infrastructure, especially the protection solution, fails to meet the demands that comes with rapid business growth. The amount of backup data increases rapidly year by year, but the backup time windows remains unchanged or even decreases. So we need to accelerate the backup systems. The Ocean Protect backup solution provides 2 backup modes. Ocean Protect Backup Storage, which can interconnect with most mainstream backup software, such as Veritas, Veeam and Commvault. The other is Ocean Protect Appliance that integrates the backup software, server and storage. Our Ocean Protect delivers efficient backup of databases, file systems, virtual machines and SAP applications. Backup data can be replicated to remote data centers or stored on a third-party platform, such as public or private clouds, disk-based systems and tapes. This solution solves problems such as low backup efficiency, high TCO and difficult data reuse. It ensures zero data loss and efficient service operations. As the data is booming, the data volume is increasing dramatically, especially the unstructured data. How can we fully unleash the data value here? Today I would like to introduce Ocean Store Pacific, the distributed storage which is born for mass data. These two models are our brand new high-density design products. First, the Ocean Store Pacific 9950, a high-density and high-performance node providing 1.3 times the performance density versus industry level. And the Ocean Store Pacific 9550, a high-density large-capacity node with 2.67 times the capacity density. Moreover, these two models support smart tiering between each other based on I/O workload. This allows even more TCO saving. Huawei Ocean Store Pacific represents huge breakthroughs in areas like these: data flow adoption to large and small I/Os, converged indexing for unstructured data, and the ultra-high density hardware and EC algorithms. Ocean Store Pacific breaks the performance protocol and capacity barriers. We deliver high performance, 2 times the bandwidth for large files and 5 times the performance for small files. We really run multi-protocol with native support for file, object and HDFS without gateway and without performance loss. And we are built for large capacity. The system is designed to support exabyte level capacity with linear performance and capacity expansion. Ocean Store Pacific can be widely used in various scenarios and industries. Examples are high-performance computing and high-performance data analytics, resource pools and videos. That's all what I would like to share with you today. Thanks.
Enterprise digital transformation requires various scenario-based solutions. Huawei has invested $25 million in the past 5 years and developed more than 100 regional solution partners. We have developed multiple valuable scenario-based solutions in manufacturing, healthcare, retail, station and warehousing logistics and so on. For example, we worked with regional IoT solution partners to implement assets management, electronic shelf label solutions and commercialized healthcare and retail industries. These scenario-based solutions deployed easily and low-cost based on Huawei Wi-Fi 6 network. We also leverage Huawei's 5G technology advantages to provide reliable and low-latency connections for regional solution partners and work with them to implement remote experts, 5G AGV, RLC control and some valuable solutions for Industry 4.0 and warehouse. In general, we plan to release more than 20 lightweight scenarios-based solutions in 2021. Almost all of these scenario-based solutions will be displayed in the Open Lab to support project extension in Western Europe. We strongly welcome European solution partners to join us to provide valuable solutions for enterprise digital transformation in the region together. Innovating, not stop to hold the lead, to better meet customer needs and stay ahead in the product domain, Huawei has invested 720 billion yuan in research and development over the past decade. In 2020 alone, its R&D investment reached an astonishing 141.9 billion yuan, and Huawei's strategy is to continue to invest more than 15% of revenue in R&D annually looking ahead. Huawei believes in its open cooperation and makes ongoing contributions to international standards organizations and open source communities while cooperating with more than 100 research institutes worldwide. By the end of 2020, Huawei had been guaranteed more than 100,000 patents. Thanks for watching this session. I hope you've enjoyed this keynote and hope to see you soon in real life. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Christophe Batjard and Sascha Eul, to highlight the innovative storage, connectivity and sensing products and solutions which are the fundamental digital infrastructure for successful digital transformation. Today we're also lucky to hear about how our partners work with Huawei on the successful practice of building comprehensive solutions. Our next guest is François Crutat, co-founder and CEO of Ubudu. Let's hear his story.
Hello, bonjour. I'm François Crutat, the co-founder and CEO of Ubudu. I'm very honored and pleased to be here at Huawei Connect Europe to talk about our cooperation with Huawei to build one of the more affordable and complete real-time location solution in the market. So first of all, a few words about Ubudu. Ubudu is a company specialized in location services. What we do is we provide solution to track and analyze flows, especially indoor, of assets and the people. We have already deployed, let's say, our solution in over 5,000 locations with almost 1 million devices deployed. And the company is really specialized in this technology since 2011. So we are really super specialists. This is why our solution today is present in more than 40 countries. And what is very particular about Ubudu is that we don't work with one technology, but multiple technology, in particular ultra-wideband, Bluetooth, and also GPS for the outdoor, in one centralized architecture. So the customers with one architecture can track, let's say, with multiple degrees of accuracy, what he needs to track. Of course, let's say this geolocation solution comes with application. And the applications that are the most widely used are search, analytics, alerts, or to replay the trajectories. What are the challenges we try to solve with our technologies? We basically work in three types of areas: manufacturing, retail, and hospitals. I'll take the example of manufacturing so that it's clear for everyone the type of optimization that our solution brings. If you think of lean manufacturing, there are waste to motion and location. And these are, let's say, important steps to optimize, let's say, in a process, in operational process. So, for example, not having defects because you don't have traceability, have waiting time, or at the production line to wait for parts or goods. Not optimizing the internal flows. This is why in the lean methodology, they have this spaghetti diagram, which are the base of transportation optimization. Of course, optimizing the inventory, which needs to be as up-to-date as possible. Clearly, let's say, it's also about using your resource, let's say, in a meaningful way and not wasting talent. So, for example, say, searching for hours a tool or a part in a factory is not the best user of qualified technician. And of course, let's say extra processing, because you don't control exactly the flow and you don't know, let's say, where are the bottlenecks. So bringing, let's say, traceability, in particular indoor, especially in large places, it brings a lot of benefit to optimize the process. And this is where the digital transformation can help, let's say, modernize, let's say, current processes. So our solution, which we call a real-time location system, it has the objective to make the operation more efficient and safer. So the objectives are very clear and simple. It's to save workers' time. So how do we do that? We track assets in real time, and we have a search engine in order to locate an asset that you would look for. We have measures, let's say, to avoid bottlenecks. So digital Kanban, for example, which are totally automated, so that the operator don't have to do any operation to see where are the bottlenecks in the production. And also, of course, like we can do all sorts of analysis, let's say, of the flow to understand, let's say, where the assets are used and where there are bottlenecks. And this, of course, can increase, let's say, the asset utilization, so with the analytics part. So now let's talk about the cooperation with Huawei. So what you have to know that, let's say, in the typical business case, let's say, of our, let's say, solution, one of the most hardest topic to tackle is, let's say, the cabling and installation, let's say, of the fixed infrastructure. And this is where, let's say, the cooperation with Huawei is a game changer for us. So what did we do? So we leveraged, let's say, the Huawei APs in order to collect all the sensors data with which the location is computed. So the customers with like a single infrastructure can both, let's say, do communication with Wi-Fi, so Wi-Fi 6, and of course, let's say, all the IoT tracking, saving, let's say, cabling costs, infrastructure, and optimizing also the Wi-Fi traffic so that there is no double infrastructure. So at the end, let's say, what it provides is really like a faster ROI because, let's say, like the cost of, let's say, installing the infrastructure is totally mutualized. It's also like makes the solution much more flexible and evolutive because the Huawei APs can be controlled remotely and you can set up, let's say, like functionalities, let's say, of the Huawei remotely with a single interface. So with the Huawei AP, we integrate two technologies. We integrate like our BLE technology, which is, let's say, which provide accuracy up to 5 meters. And we integrate our ultra-wideband technology, which provides accuracy below 30 centimeters. So adding a card, let's say, in IoT extension of the Huawei AP. So the joint solution, it combines, let's say, the Huawei AP, our like family of tags, and then, let's say, our software, which actually is fed directly by the Huawei APs. So clearly, let's say, for the customers, we see that the ROI is improved by roughly 30% by, let's say, having this joint solution. The way we worked on this solution was to integrate, let's say, our technology deep, let's say, with the Huawei AP, so that, let's say, all the management, let's say, of our tools would be available, let's say, from the Huawei interface. And for that, let's say, we got, let's say, the specs from the Huawei engineers. So let's talk about the cooperation with Huawei and what it brings, let's say, both to the client and us. First of all, let's say, for the client, it's IoT built-in architecture. Huawei provides like a standard way to add extension in their Wi-Fi AP. And our card, let's say, would be totally plug and play in the Huawei AP, which is clearly a benefit in terms of installation. The second benefit, of course, for the customers is the quality of the Wi-Fi they're getting because they're getting the Wi-Fi 6, let's say, technology for which, as you know, Huawei was a leader. Of course, let's say the client also can experiment, let's say, on this technology in the various open lab of Huawei. In particular, like the first one we installed was in Paris, but we have also other installations, let's say, across Europe. And then, let's say, us, we benefit a lot, let's say, from Huawei collaboration because we are able, let's say, to push, let's say, our solution to Huawei's partner. And we have, let's say, a pipe of opportunities, and we do joint marketing activities, which enables, let's say, both, let's say, to provide more solution to Huawei partners and clients, and also for us to have like a broader reach and a more international reach. So on that part, let's say, more recently, we opened many new geographies thanks to Huawei, and clearly that was a very benefit, and I will come back to that in a few slides. So now let's talk about some concrete success case of, let's say, this solution. The first one is in a factory that is building, let's say, optical cables, where we have deployed, let's say, our ultra-wideband technology to locate the tools which are searched in the factory, which is 10,000 square meters, so it's not huge, but let's say they used to spend a lot of time to search for the tools. So the benefits of the solution, which has been installed already for more than 2 years, and which is for now is been expanded, let's say, to like a new site and like a larger site, is a reduction of 67% of the search time, and a return on investment in 1 year of the solution. So clearly, let's say, like a 6 months ROI, which is actually very, very good for the industry, and this is why they're expanding it, let's say, to a new site. Another area where our technologies are very relevant are hospitals, as I mentioned earlier. Hospitals are facing two types of issues they need to address today nowadays. One is patient flow. So how do the patient go to the consultancy? How do I track like patients that are fragile and that are at risk in the hospital? And also medical device flow. How do I track where my medical devices are? How do I make sure that like the device that I have to maintain, are well maintained and I can locate them easily when I need to maintain them? And clearly, the benefits are very substantial if you put in place a comprehensive location services strategy in a hospital. The hospital is very large. There are a lot of devices to track. It's also very complex from a building perspective. So you want to address this type of solution with something very lightweight in some of the infrastructure. So here we come up with an infrastructure which is mostly wireless, and that makes it really like a big difference in terms of investment for the hospital, because it's based like only on small like BLE transmitter beacons that are placed like in the hospitals, and tags that can listen to this signal and report them to the Wi-Fi gateways, for example, the Huawei APs. And that enables, let's say, to save, let's say, probably 40% or 50% versus, let's say, a traditional installation of our TLS. So here in this hospital, for example, we are tracking 2,000 medical devices in 8,000 square meters. It's reporting, let's say, like the position every 5 to 10 minutes or on demand. And we have 2 to 3 meter accuracy on the entire hospital. Another example of application of our technology in hospital and is the taking care of elderly people in nursing homes. Here we have a case like in Spain, developed, let's say, with a Huawei partner, when we track, let's say, elderly people in the nursing home in order to be able to rescue them earlier if they need help, and to provide them assistance also if needed, and also to make sure they don't put themselves into danger, in dangerous zone, or if they detect a fall, for example. So this is clearly like a problem that is where technology can help, like to address a problem that is more and more important nowadays, as the population in Europe is getting older and there is a lack of caregivers. Clearly, we need to have solutions in order to provide the best services in the most efficient way, and technology can help to provide, let's say, like information to make everything more reactive. So today, let's say the collaboration with Huawei is very productive. It started actually in 2019. We met in Barcelona at the MWC. I spoke actually when I was there to a VP of IoT of Huawei, which was there. The guy would listen to me and be interested in our technology. And sometime later, actually, I got a call from somebody in his team, Clotilde, that says, let's say, I've been talking to the VP, he told me about you, that you met in Barcelona. We would like, to actually like understand better, let's say, what you're doing and see if we can collaborate together. And this opened, let's say, like a real collaboration with Huawei, where actually, let's say, it was really like a two-way collaboration, in the sense that Huawei did not just, let's say, evaluate our technology from a market perspective, but also they tested it internally to see, let's say, if it was good enough, to be integrated with their product. Then they had their engineers in China give us specification on how we would be able to integrate with the Wi-Fi APs. And clearly, let's say, like for them, it was also, let's say, something which was new, because they had already integration with Chinese partners at that time. But we were one of the first, the first partner in Europe where they would propose to work together. and the specification were actually like very detailed, very precise. We were able, let's say, to build the card that goes into the Wi-Fi APs in actually 3 months, which is actually quite short time. And from there, like they tested it in their AP, and actually I have to say that now we have people that in Huawei that are experts in our solution and that can actually demonstrate them in their lab, and which is actually something which is, I think, quite rare, let's say, with our all other technology partners, because they really are hands-on. So now afterwards, like we started to market together a joint solution. And so like, and it was started actually in 2020 after doing some POC and some first clients. And now we have in the pipeline more than 20 projects in Europe. Like from the geography, it's very wide. It goes from Ukraine to Spain, to Switzerland, to Italy, to France, of course, and to England. So clearly, let's say there, like we really benefit from Germany, of course, from the Huawei, ecosystem and partners. And clearly, let's say for us, it's a really game changer. And we see that also other technology partners are moving into this direction that Huawei started first. So today we focus on 2 segments, hospital and factory, which are the one where we see, let's say, the biggest ROI, because these are the largest place where there is this operational needs. And clearly, like we see other opportunities. So we plan to expand into more businesses. For example, let's say retail, the airports. We have, let's say, we have also some opportunities maybe in the restaurants. Restaurants and quick service restaurant has been historically a very strong segment for Ubudu. And now that after this first collaboration, we see continuing to develop, let's say, the partnership like technically. So one thing, for example, for which we think there is a lot of benefits is going to be 5G. Because as I told you before, let's say the cabling cost is a very big important element, let's say, in the cost of this type of project. And with 5G, we could have very low latency and very reliable network, let's say, in the factories, for example, and that can be really a game changer in terms of like ROI for the client, as well as a very good like service and also faster to set up. So we think like in countries where 5G, private 5G is going to be, let's say, possible, 5G could really be, let's say, like a game changer for the location industry. And we look forward, let's say, providing a module which will integrate, where we would be able to integrate, let's say, with 5G, Huawei technology. So dear friend, mes amis, thank you very much for your attention. Of course, if you have like more question, or if you want to experience, let's say, the Ubudu technology and the Ubudu integration with Huawei, you're welcome to the Open Lab, and you're welcome to talk with us at any point. Thank you very much. Have a great EcoConnect. Bye-bye.
Huawei's long-term growth is attributed not only to its commitment to clients, but also its investment in the ecosystem. Huawei is hoping to be a part of the prosperous ecosystem and continues to grow with customers and partners. I now welcome Mr. Dimitri Rico to tell us about building a technology ecosystem, creating industry values.
Hi, my name is Dimitri Rico. I am Huawei's Western Europe Enterprise Services Vice President. Welcome to participate to 2021 HCE conference today. I would like to present the session of Building a Technology Ecosystem, Creating Industry Values. Huawei is a leading provider of information and communication technology, infrastructure, and smart devices. We are committed to bring digital to every person, home, and organization for a fully connected, intelligent world. In fields of communications and networks, IT, smart devices, and cloud services, we provide customers with competitive, secure, and reliable end-to-end portfolio of products, solutions, and services. Through open collaboration with ecosystem of partners, we create lasting value for our customers, working to empower people, enrich home life, and inspire innovation in organizations of all shapes and size. At Huawei, innovation is focused on customer needs. We invest heavily in basic research, concentrating on technological breakthrough that drive the world forward. Huawei is a company founded in 1987. Huawei is a private company completely owned by employees. Currently, Huawei has more than 190,000 employees, among which more than 53% are R&D employees. We operate in more than 170 countries and regions. We have gained considerable recognition for our continuous progress. In 2020, we ranked 44th in Fortune Global 500. In addition, now ranks third in the 2020 EU Industrial R&D Investment Scoreboard. This is a jump of 2 places compared with the previous year. We released our 2020 annual report on March this year. Our revenue grew 3.8% to 891 billion yuan. This means $136 billion. And our net profits increased 3.2%. This performance was in line with the forecast despite the impact of COVID-19 and external restrictions on the company. In current year 2021, in the first half, Huawei generated 320 billion yuan in net revenue. This is net profit margin reaching 9.8%. 2020 was 9.2%. In Huawei Enterprise BG sales, revenue exceeded 100 billion yuan, increase of 23% compared with the previous year. In this year, 2021, in the first half, EBG sales revenue exceeded 42 billion yuan, almost 43, year-on-year increase of 18%. To further demonstrate its commitment to open cooperation, global partners contributed more than 80% of total revenue. This means that our ecosystem of partners is really important for Huawei. To better meet customer needs and stay ahead in the product domain, Huawei has invested 720 billion yuan in R&D over the past decade. In 2020 alone, its R&D investment reached 142 billion yuan. Currently, Huawei has more than 100,000 R&D employees, and Huawei has more than 80 labs focusing on basic technology research. By the end of 2020, Huawei have been granted with more than 100,000 patents. All this effort have enabled Huawei to maintain its technological leadership, and Huawei's strategy is to continue to invest 10-15% of the revenue every year in R&D, looking ahead. Our ICT infrastructure strategy focusing on connectivity and computing. In connectivity, our goal is to build intelligent connectivity that features ubiquitous gigabit, deterministic experience, and hyper-automation. In computing, we aim to provide ubiquitous cloud services and pervasive intelligence. Intelligence mesh connectivity with computing. Connections transmit data, the raw material for computing. Computing provides the power for connectivity among the different companies and people. With our focus on ICT infrastructure of connectivity, computing, and intelligence, we aim to develop an open ecosystem, build intelligent twins for industries, and deliver all-scenario intelligence. Given the situation of global supply, and in addition to institutional guarantees, we also can guarantee effectiveness of Huawei BCM strategy, thanks to Huawei's own internal organization and the position of the IC industry. Let me first touch on Huawei internal strategy and its high levels of inventory. Since 2018, we made a conscious decision to increase our inventory of raw material, finished products, and components. In 2020, for example, our total inventory investment were reaching 24.3 billion, almost 80% increase compared with 2018 inventory investment. If we turn to China IC industry, it has been developing at breakneck speed in the recent years. Taking in the global picture for the IC industry, China is a large single market with annual revenue of 116 billion, accounting for 34% of the semiconductor market worldwide. China is also rapidly catching up in the field of advanced 14 nanometer and 7 nanometer chip development. In fact, in 2021, China plans to commercialize its self-designed end-to-end 28 nanometers manufacturing equipment and its etching equipment, which is already leading the world at the 3 nanometer level. According to multiple third-party media reports, China will gain end-to-end 28 nanometer capacity this year. Through innovative technologies, will be able to produce also 14 nanometers chips in the next 2 years. This will meet the requirements for communication equipment, particularly in nanometer chips. In terms of supply diversification strategy, Huawei has successfully addressed many major political, economical, and trade issues: cyber attacks, natural disaster like the tsunami in Japan, floods in Thailand, and earthquake in Nepal, especially the COVID-19 the last year. Through all these situations, Huawei has maintained supply continuity and the timely delivery of all products and services. This demonstrates the effectiveness and the robustness of Huawei's supply continuity management system. Our supply has been always guaranteed. If we focus on different aspects, on R&D, we are using multiple available technology in terms of components, and even on master chip solution replacement. On procurement, by having multiple suppliers in different regions, different factory locations, and also the strategic partnership with the top supply leaders. On production, by having production facilities outside China, for instance, in Mexico, Brazil, India, Hungary, and others, and applying right sourcing or self-manufacturing strategy depending on the condition, and providing diversification of production sites. On supply, diversifying not only the source, but also the logistic routes worldwide, and keeping safe inventory on spare parts. In terms of cybersecurity, I would like to elaborate through 5 key aspects. We have been passing the most demanding test. We are the most audited, inspected, reviewed, pocket, and product company in the world. For instance, regulators such in UK, NSCSC, in France, Germany, BSI, Spain, CCN. Industry certification, such as the examples I was explaining before, Huawei has gotten more than 360 product security certification. Also, Huawei has been granted about management system certification in different ISO requirements. The security is embedded in the Huawei process. Security has embedded in our end-to-end, which has been audited by multiple parties. Cybersecurity and privacy protection is our top priority and has been built in our business processes. Cybersecurity is part of the company DNA. In terms of openness and transparency, Huawei has built 7 transparency centers globally, welcoming any regulator, customer, third party to test, verify Huawei products. Especially, there are 4 transparency centers in Western Europe, in Belgium, UK, Germany, and Italy. Since March 2019, in HCSTC Brussels, there are more than 250 visits and online workshops, more than 2,000 stakeholders from government and different industry, including academia and media. And the 4th key aspect is the not touching network and data. Network and data can be only managed and operated by customer. Huawei has not any business interest in touching customer network and data. Huawei has not the ability to access any customer network, any customer data. Last and not least, Huawei has a good record. Over the past 30 years, Huawei has maintained a solid track record in cybersecurity. According to CFI, Customer Satisfaction Survey analysis results, Huawei has been above the industry average in terms of system stability, reliability, and overall customer satisfaction. We want to emphasize that cybersecurity is Huawei's top priority. Our commitment with cybersecurity will never outweighed by the consideration of commercial interest. Huawei long-term growth is attributed not only to its core values, but also to its investment in the ecosystem. In the digital transformation era, Huawei will join hands with customers and partners to build a powerful ecosystem for joint innovation and shared success. In Western Europe, Huawei continues investment in developing, cultivating, motivating, and supporting partners in order to build a new partner ecosystem for the digital era. We are helping partner system in order to transform and to evolve to a more added value services. This is including the extension of the partner system to cover the entire life cycle, from consulting to planning, design, sales, delivery, and maintenance, and also operations for the enterprise digital transformation. In 2021, Huawei will vigorously develop integration and operation, investment and planning consulting, partner resource pool, and build professional expansion and support teams to help customers with digital transformation and create new industry values. We will continue focusing on cultivating, motivating our partners, continually evolve their capabilities to build a community of shared benefits, increase the share of core partners. And in 2020, as I mentioned before, our partners account for 81% of our enterprise business sales revenue. In 2021, partners will continue to increase their revenue share. As a third key topic, the strengthening the development of global talent partners is to cultivate ICT talent for industry and also the industry development, and help to improve the business environment for all our partners. By the end of 2021, we will have over 100 ICT academies. Huawei is building a prosperous ecosystem with 7 categorized partners to create and share value through partnerships. We commit to grow, to innovate and to win together with our partners. To help customers on digital transformation, Huawei would like to work closely with all partners. Partners are fundamental for our strategy in order to create and share value together with innovative based solutions that address customer needs. When the partners reinforce each other, we can make a difference and make the pie bigger for everybody. Our partner strategy is to enable partners with strong capabilities to obtain more opportunities and support. Huawei will continuously invest on partnership to ensure that all partners can get corresponding returns on their capability investment and form a positive business cycle. As early as 2016, Huawei built his first Open Lab in Munich. Later, we built the second Open Lab in Europe, in Paris, to focus on developing local ecosystems in Europe. So far, Huawei has invested more than $25 million and cooperated with more than 100 regional solution partners in 8 industries. When the epidemic faded away, there were many business opportunities, and ICT and digital transformation will be a key market for solution providers. It's good opportunities for us to work together to help our customers on the digital transformation. More partners are looking forward to more cooperation with Huawei in Europe market. I will use one case to show how, working together with our partners, we achieve a successful win-win case in the retail industry. Leveraging Huawei Open Lab platform, we implemented a valuable retail IoT platform based on Huawei powerful ICT infrastructure to help the retail customer to make the physical store as a digital asset with only half of cost and lower OPEX alternative. At the same time, we reduced branch network opening time from 7 days to 1 day for any new building up store. This means accelerate the implementation of new business. Huawei adheres to the win-win strategy and strives to build a healthy ecosystem to meet customer requirements. About talent. Talent is the engine that drives the development of the ICT ecosystem and facilitates the digital transformation of enterprises. Huawei is fully committed on building a sound ICT talent ecosystem. We believe that Huawei Talent Program will help improving digital skills to make Europe's Digital Decade Plan, and Huawei is fully committed on the key objectives of this initiative. The Huawei certification program is aiming to cultivate local talent and support digitalization to drive industrial digital transformation. We have been kept investigating and investing in talent ecosystem in Western Europe since 2015, with more than 10,000 trained and ICT professionals. By collaborating with over 1,000 universities, college, and education organizations on ICT Academy project, we have built an enabling platform for development of the ICT talent ecosystem in Europe. In the future, Huawei will continue working and will work more closely with customers, partners to carry out joint innovations around industry digitalization. Through field tests and verification on open labs, Huawei will explore the digital transformation of various industries and jointly innovate some industry solutions to help more European enterprises enjoy convenience of digitalization. With the European Digital Decade strategy, we will continue to help Europe maintain its global leadership in ICT infrastructure. As stated by Mr. Guo Ping, our rotating chairman, Huawei will work with customers and partners to help Europe to build a robust ICT infrastructure and enable Europe's digital transformation. We are acting as an enabler of Europe's digital transformation, implementing digital social responsibilities and acting as responsible European corporate citizens. In Europe, for Europe. Thank you.
Thank you, Dimitri Rico. Europe continues to be a beacon for the principles of openness, co-creation and sharing. Huawei eagerly looks to share value with customers and partners in its environment. The European market is a strategic market for Huawei. Looking ahead, Huawei will continue the In Europe, for Europe strategy, serving as a reliable strategic partner to Europe for decades to come. Huawei will extend its roots even deeper in Europe and contribute more value to its green and digital efforts. Thank you for watching our keynotes, and we're looking forward to work with you to accelerate digital and green transition. I also warmly invite you to join the technical sessions and explore the online exhibition. Hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.
Do you know Huawei?
I do know Huawei. I have a Huawei phone.
What's Huawei?